And welcome back again, wrestling fans. It's been a few weeks since we downed a few shots, and no, I'm not talking about your double Imperial homebrewed eggnog. I love craft beer, especially the stuff made up here by Minnesota's finest. But come on, nobody needs a Russian Imperial triple-hopped barrel-aged collaborative fest beer. Unless, of course, that beer is free. I'm Hall of Fame wrestling announcer, writer, and broadcaster extraordinaire Jason Bryant. Yes, I'm laying it on thick. And this is Short Time Shots, a look back at today's happenings in college wrestling. To me, the most important thing that was going on was the NWCA Multi-Divisional National Duals. The event featured 86 teams from 5 college divisions, over 50 ranked teams, and an astounding 345 nationally ranked wrestlers, including 34, number 1 ranked wrestlers in the country. 34. That's crazy. There's 76 teams in Division I wrestling. There were 86 teams in this event. It's quite good, folks. The lifeblood of college wrestling, the fan base, yes, it's Division I, but the people that end up coaching and teaching and being a big part of this sport and being fans that go to nationals and such are Division II, Division III, NAIA, junior college. There are now women's wrestlers. We've got a lot more divisions, and I believe it would help us as a sport if we got behind one of our local programs. You know, people say that, well, I don't go to Carver Hawkeye unless they're wrestling somebody good. Well, 8,400 people showed up to watch Michigan State, and let's be honest, Michigan State's not very good. Imagine if you were lived in Mount Vernon and went and watched Cornell College, or if you live in Pennsylvania and went and watched Waynesburg, or something like that. If we all did that, we would have a much healthier sport, and a lot of that comes from supporting our smaller programs. These are the guys that are doing it for the love of the sport, and a lot of them, especially in Division III, non-scholarship opportunities. Well, anyway, I'm not going to talk about them right yet. Yeah, it might seem like a contradiction. There were a few ranked Division I duels I want to get through because they won't take very long. Oh, and by the way, happy freaking New Year. It's 2018. It is 2018. I cannot believe that right now. So, are you ready to roll? I'm ready to roll. Second-ranked Ohio State squashed Maryland 44-3, but that's really not surprising. Nathan Tomasello made his much-anticipated season debut at 125 pounds, and he didn't spend much time on the mat, registering a technical fall rather quickly against Maryland's Brandon Cray. Third-ranked Oklahoma State scored bonus victories from heavyweight Derek White and 133-pound All-American Cade Brock to get past fifth-ranked NC State 1916 in the tussle for the troops in Naples, Italy, the first-ever NCAA college dual meet to take place outside of North America. Now, why do I have to specify North America? Well, Simon Fraser in Burnaby, British Columbia, is an NCAA Division II school. Yeah, Burnaby, British Columbia, Canada, for those of you that aren't fans of Doug Flutie. It wouldn't be the first NCAA duel outside of the U.S. It actually wouldn't be the first Division I team involved in a duel outside of the U.S. because several Division I teams in the past have gone and wrestled at Simon Fraser. Otherwise, don't bury the lead here, folks. Kevin Jack beat Dean Heil with a late takedown in the third period. So after winning 50 in a row, Mean Dean has lost 2 straight. To quote the great Samuel Jackson in the horrible remake of Shaft, do you think that makes me more dangerous or less dangerous? Dean Heil, he's gonna be on a mission. Kevin Jack, Bryce Meredith, Yanni, Jaden Hart. This weight is bananas. BANANAS, bananas. This is bananas. Shout out to Hannah Gricewood on that one. 7th-ranked Iowa laid the wood to Michigan State, picking up 6 falls and coming away with a 49-6 victory. I say again, stop burying the lead. Spencer Lee made his Carver Hawkeye debut and promptly decked another talented freshman, Rayvon Foley, in 46 seconds. Not to be confused with the 46 minutes I had to wait today for my freaky not fast Jimmy John's lunch delivery. Anybody remember that story that was on the Hawkeye Report like 10 years ago about the Iowa college students that tried to bribe a police officer to get out of like a speeding ticket with some Jimmy John's? I'd have taken it, to be quite honest with you. Moving on, Michigan shut out Indiana 43-0, and things might have happened the way you expected them there. South Dakota State, which sits at number 15, the highest ranking in school history, beat Oregon State 30-15. Seth Gross, another fall at 133. Seriously, if it wasn't for guys named Nolf or Rutherford, Gross would be getting a lot more chatter. Because we know how bustling of a media mecca that Brookings, South Dakota is. General funkiness down in Chapel Hill as Wyoming, currently unranked Wyoming. That may change. Mark Branch kind of took exception to my tweet today. I was pointing out that American in North Carolina actually that American and Wyoming had beaten North Carolina, sans Headley, and it was maybe just weird things happening with those middle teams, and he just said, ouch. Coach, observational, not a shot. I texted Mark afterwards, like, here's what I was trying to say, dude. Not a shot by any means. Anyway, American, Duke, Army, and West Point were down there, and, Army is West Point, Army, West Point. It's not Army and West Point. American, Duke, and Army, West Point, and North Carolina. Those are the 4 teams that Wyoming beat. North Carolina has proved to be a ranking nightmare this year while coordinating this Division I coaches poll. The same team that started the year ranked lost to Purdue 31-6, then beat number 8 Minnesota 7 days ago, and then loses to Wyoming, which probably better than advertised, the same Wyoming team that split with third-ranked Oklahoma State. No AC Headley or Ethan Ramos for UNC, and Dalton Macri, he had a really, really tough day, up at 141 pounds for the Heels. Now, time to roll for the National Duals. Wait, one more thing. Loris trounced Buena Vista 46-6 in Division III. And I was going to mention this on Thursday night when I was going to do a short time shots, but quite frankly, it was late. I had to take my in-laws to the airport at dark 30. I was working on no rest for the weary. Anyway, Fresno State picked up its first win against a Division I opponent since reinstatement with a 29-13 win over Cal Poly. Stop bearing the lead. Josh Hokett, welcome to the party. Right off the football field and the Hawaii Bowl. In there with a fall at 197 pounds. Dropped some weight. You got Izzy was telling me about this. Izzy Silva was telling me about this. Says Hokett's going to come off the football field and he's going to be hungry. Not just because he's trying to make 197, but which he did have a significant cut to make it there. But wow, that's just really cool. Crowd of 4,100 plus saw Fresno State wrestle that. They're going to be in the top 5 in attendance when this year is all said and done. Now I can get to the NWCA Multi-Divisional National Duals. This is going to be a longer edition of the shots than normal because I got a lot to roll through. Crazy upsets on Thursday, Friday, more of the same. Grandview collected its 7th straight National Duals Championship. Clackamas won its 5th in a row. In the Junior College, St. Cloud State won its 2nd straight in Division II. Augsburg beat Wartburg to end the night's 7-year run in Division III. And Campbellsville, ladies and gentlemen, Campbellsville, the Lady Tigers. I'm going to talk about this at length here in a minute, but they won their first title in the WCWA. This event was hosted by New Way, the NWCA Multi-Divisional National Duals, presented by Applied Silver InBody, TheraWorks, and the United States Marine Corps. Yes, that is the official name of the event. Makes writing a press release a real pain in the you-know-where. Anyway, the Lady Tigers of Campbellsville, they are the new queens of the National Duals. A down-to-the-wire finish gave Coach Lee Miracle's team the first National Duals championship in any division with a 24-19 win over second-seeded McKendree. Truly a tale of two halves. McKendree jumped out 17-4 after winning the first 5 matches. Wait, what? They won the first 5? Had to get 4? Freestyle scoring, folks. You can get a point if you for your team if you score a point in a loss and you don't get decked. So if you lose 10-1, your opponent is going to get 3 points. You're going to get 1. If you lose 11-1, they're going to get 4. You're going to get 1 because of the tech fall. You don't score team points. Anyway, some lineup shifts by Campbellsville saw several wrestlers bump up 2 weights. You never see that in the men's division. To maximize on matchups, including Grace Bullen, who is a former refugee from, I believe, Eritrea or South Sudan, one of the two. I know it's one or the other, and ended up fleeing to Norway. She went from 140 to 143 from 130. 3-time WCWA champion Kayla Miracle went up 136 to 155. So things really got rolling with Coral Sugiyama getting the fall over Brenda Reyna at 235. Reyna quite accomplished at the age group levels. Bullen and Miracle followed with technical fall and a fall. Bullen pinned McKendree's Alexis Porter in a matchup of 2 past junior world bronze medalists. And Miracle's tech gave Campbellsville its first lead 18-17 with just 2 bouts left. Here's where it gets crazy. Campbellsville Mariah Harris, 9-9 criteria win over All-American Brandy Lowe at 170. Caitlin Hill of Campbellsville, 13-13 criteria win over Destiny Garrick. Now, Garrick needed a fall to give McKendree, which was the runner-up last year, the team title. And Hill ends up falling behind. Big 4 makes it 9-8. Falls behind again. Big 4 ties it up. 2 4s. Her opponent doesn't have that many 4s. There's the victory. Not just the victory, the loss in the victory, but where you don't get pinned, you lose, your team still wins. We saw that actually later. We saw that actually with Augsburg and Johnson Wales in the semis. But anyway, crazy good bout. That was so much fun to watch. I spent more time watching that duel between McKendree and Campbellsville than I did any other finals. especially Division II, which I'm getting to now because St. Cloud State abruptly ended the Cinderella run of Seton Hill. 41-0. Second straight year, the Huskies have just trounced an unseeded team that makes the finals. This is the fourth National Duals Championship, second in a row for St. Cloud. They also won back in 2012 and 2013. St. Cloud State, the only seeded team to place in the top four, as we had crazy upsets on Thursday. They finished the event individually 34-6. As I mentioned briefly earlier, Wartburg's 7-year run atop the National Duals in Division III came to an end at the hands of, again, longtime rival Augsburg. These are the only two teams who have ever won the National Duals in Division III. The Augies split 10 matches with the Knights, but falls by David Flynn at 141 and Lucas Jeske, that's a name you might remember, at 165 pounds, were vital in the 21-17 victory. It was the 11th time in 17 years these two teams have met for the Division III crown. Wartburg has been in every single final, all 17 times. Every year since 2002, Wartburg has been at least first or second. This one is going to get fun. February 1 in Waverly, Battle of the Bergs again. This one, I'm going to have to make the drive down to Waverly. In the NAIA, Grandview won its 7th NAIA National Duals title, defeating 6-seeded Williams Baptist 33-9. That 7th title ties Wartburg's record, which was an all-division record, and of course that ended just moments prior. Oh boy, Williams briefly held a lead, but then roll on one. Actually, I think it was on mat 11, maybe 12. Grandview just went bonkers, picking up big wins. They're national champions. Josh Wenger, Dean Broghammer, Grant Henderson, Evan Hansen all picked up wins. Wenger with a big win over Tyler Fraley. That's a name you also might recognize. And Broghammer actually beat returning champion Demetrius Thomas of Williams Baptist. He actually wrestled in the Southern Scuffle a couple days ago unattached. Thomas majored him in the semis at the NAIAs last year. Broghammer, a champion the year before, national champion the year before, got the 3-2 victory. Now, here's the crazy thing. When doing these stats, come correct, come prepared, or just don't come at all. Grandview's dual meet streak has been impressive. 60 dual meets in a row. Even more impressive, going back to the 2011-2012 season, the Vikings, which is actually the shirt I'm wearing today for hashtag Wrestling Shirt a Day, 269 days in a row, have won 89 out of 90 duels since the 2011-12 season. That lone blemish, November 7th, 2013, at Iowa State. Now, before that, they had beaten Drexel, Division I Drexel, in a dual meet. Prior to that, Brandon Wright makes weight that year. They might beat the Cyclones. This could be 90-plus in a row. Revisionist history. That's how it goes. In the 10 years Grandview's had a wrestling program, the school has lost 9 dual meets. Total. Not in a season, 9 total. 4 of those came in 2010-2011. Bonkers. Nick Mitchell, Championship Lifestyle. That's I think that's the hashtag on the shirt. Yep, Championship Lifestyle. Junior colleges now. Clackamas stopped Northeastern Oklahoma A&M 27-14 to earn the Cougars' 5th straight junior college championship. It is the 3rd straight year Clackamas has defeated NEO in the junior college final. Key for Coach Josh Roden's squad, and he has been on this show before, 4 straight wins between 149 and 174, and the big one coming at 165 pounds is Dayton Racer of Clackamas beat NEO's Wyatt Jordan 10-4 in a matchup of national champions. Racer wrestled at Iowa Central last year, won the title 157 pounds. Jordan, returning champ at 165. This thing was tied with 30 seconds to go. Takedown near fall. Match over. Racer wins. Another name you might recognize, Dylan Reel, who had started his career at Minnesota. He beat Devin Krall at 174 pounds. Of course, Reel wrestling for Clackamas. And then Gage Hara out of Illinois, who started his career at Drexel, picked up a 48-second fall over Gus Boyd at 197. Hara was not ranked in the most recent junior college individual rankings. Expect that to change. The title is Clackamas' 6th overall, and the Cougars had previously won a National Duals title in 2011. Busy weekend of wrestling. I'm off to Texas. Me and Dan Gable are going to shoot a movie. More on that later. Thanks for spending your time with me, because you've always got time for short time. Actually, I'm going to stop real quick. Stop. Wait a minute. Stop, collaborate, and listen. JB's back with a brand new invention. Something tells me my website got updated. Oh, anyway, yeah, bad rapping. I'll leave the karaoke to karaoke. MattTalkOnline.com. If you subscribe to this show and you haven't been to the website recently, go to MattTalkOnline.com. Check it out. It's got a new look. Had to do a whole site redesign this week. This was an unplanned situation. We had some graphical anomalies that were a little wonky. So there are a few things that I'm still fixing on the site. The internal pages are going to get a facelift later. But right now, the home page is completely different. So if you like it, you don't like it, send me a tweet at Jason M. Bryant. My DMs are open. If you send me an email at jason@bryantwrestling.com or jason@matttalkonline.com, let me know your feedback. Page load times are going to be a little slow early on, but that's going to pick up as we work on all sorts of caching and things of that nature. So want your feedback on that. And of course, as always, subscribe, rate, review, and A1A, Detroit Avenue. They love Ice Ice Baby in Tashkent. That's all I got for you now. I already said my close early, but I'll say it again. Thank you for spending your time with me. You've always got time for short time. And maybe a double IPA. I'm not really an IPA guy. The Short Time Wrestling Podcast is proudly outfitted by Compound Clothing. Shirts, singlets, custom gear orders, everything you need. Call up Cliff and the crew at cmpteamwear.com. First time listening? Well, you can change that by going to matttalkonline.com/getshorttime to subscribe on Apple Podcasts or listen on your favorite podcatcher at matttalkonline.com/listen.